Hi, God bless you. You just tuned into another edition of the Prophet's Corner, and I believe that you are the one that we have been waiting for. Today, as I was sitting by my table, God began to speak to me, and I believe that you are the one that I'm to share this with. Praise God. The word of the Lord to you and I is always walk away with the treasure. Always walk away with the treasure. That in every situation of life, God has placed some treasure. He has placed something for you and I to glean, praise God. There are some spoils of war, praise God, that belong to us, and we are to walk away with the treasure. Whether in a conversation with someone else, and whether you learn something, whether you learn how not to do something, there's treasure to be gleaned, and we're to walk away with that golden nugget. We're to apply it to our lives, bless God, that no matter what we do in life, that God has some treasure that we can glean. We can glean the fact that, hey, I shouldn't have did that. Or we can glean from the fact that, you know what? This works, praise God. So always, no matter what you're doing, walk away with some treasure. Be committed that while you're there, to be aware, praise God, and to look around and glean the treasure. What am I to learn from this situation? You're about ready to write the next chapter of your life. And I believe it's going to be a glorious chapter. It's going to be an exciting chapter, because you are going to learn how to do things in a greater dimension. I believe that you're the one that I'm to speak to, and God has been increasing you, and you have been feeling the impact of the increase, and you're about to go to a whole new level, praise God. God is elevating you during this season, and this is a season, do not forget, walk away with the treasure. Let every situation be a learning situation, no matter what it is, the good, the bad, the ugly. Glean from it, learn from it, and let this next chapter of your life be so exciting. You be that living epistle read of all men, praise God. You be that book that man can't wait to open and read. There is some treasure in you. There are some places in you that you've been, and there's a teacher in you, praise God. So I'm excited about your story. I'm excited about what God is about to do with you. And as you go forward in this season, God is saying to you that you are to declare the word of the Lord. You are to begin to speak life. You are to begin to call those things that be not as though they were. You are to remind yourself. It's like exercise. Get up in the morning and do it on purpose. When you get ready to brush your teeth, praise God, say some declarations over your life. Allow the Spirit of the Holy God to come out of those lips of yours, praise God. Light up the atmosphere. In other words, there's an atmosphere conducive for miracles, praise God, and you can open your mouth and declare the word of the Lord. You can plant seeds, praise God, and guess what? I tell you, God is able to bring about a manifestation. The Bible said that the Lord worked with his disciples. He was watching over his word, confirming the word with signs following. Now, the same God sent us to tell you that he want to watch over the word with signs following. But what are you speaking? He's been waiting for you to speak something, but you've not been speaking. And this is from the Father who believes in calling those things that be not as though they were. It's okay if you don't see the natural, you don't see the physical manifestation, because you got to go there before you get there. That's going to be one of my next things that I'm going to minister on, going there before you get there. So check us out, but you got to go there before you get there. So start by calling those things that be not as though they were. And also, God brought about the thought to me today. How shall you make a difference in the sea of humanity? As you walk through the sea of humanity, how are you to make a difference? You know, one way we can surely make a difference, because the Bible said we can do nothing without the Lord. So we have to acknowledge the Lord in all our ways, and He will direct our path. We have to turn to God and ask the Father, how is it that I'm to make a difference? How is it that you are to make a difference in this world, in the life of humanity, in the sea of humanity? How are we to make a difference? Praise God. Perhaps you're here to encourage the next president of the United States of America. Praise God. You might say just the right word to keep them from giving up. Now that's the thought. Praise God. You know, I am so glad you stopped by. God has just used you to encourage me. Praise God. So, as you get ready for the next chapter, you be mightily encouraged, bless God, and glean. Walk away with some treasure, I do hope. Put it in the next chapter. God bless you. Godspeed.